who should you marry? Only a Christian, but whomever you wish, if that person is a real Christian. But count the cost. If you do marriage prep with me, we would talk about the practicalities of some of the things that you would want to consider in that. But even so, I would not make a rule and say you should not marry this person. If it's clear to me that both of you, if they're sitting at my dinner table, you're both Christian. Like even things like, for example, difference in education, even difference in calling, difference in race, difference in age, right? Like it would not be wrong, even if some people feel a little bit uncomfortable, if a Christian, one of my heroes in church history is a Puritan pastor. The Puritans were known to be very passionate Bible-believing Christians in the 1600s. Richard Baxter, he got married later in life to someone like he was 20 years younger than him. And people were like, "Oh, that's not good." And I just started thinking, yeah, I get the social stir, I get it, but where is it wrong? If she's actually a Christian, it's not actually wrong. You know what I'm trying to say? So I might say, yeah, there's implication. People will talk. You know what I mean? Or even, for example, debt. Like I would mention debt. If there's financial debt before you're getting married, okay, you got to know that. I would mention past sexual history. Some people, unfortunately, have slept with people outside of the marriage. Have you talked about it? Okay, you got to discern, right? That kind of thing. But even so, I would not say if they find out stuff and there was a uncomfortability or discrepancy, and they were to ask, Pastor James, should we get married? I'm like, I don't know. Maybe not. You decide. I have no idea. I don't know. Like apparently God gave you a choice. Look, she is free to be married to whom she wishes. Apparently God gave you a choice. But only if he's a Christian or she's a Christian, and it's obviously a marriage between a man and woman, like I said earlier. So really, depending on the type of decision, there would be scriptures that would speak more to it or less to it. But generally speaking, after we have exhausted what scripture says about a particular decision, you got to use your discernment and choice. I don't know, does that answer your question? Yeah. So there's a lot. When I read this, I'm like, it's so freeing in many ways, except in my sad experience, people still did not heed the biblical teaching. I had to walk with at least 6, if not 7, maybe 8. I don't even know how many now. 8 different Christians dating a non-Christian, one of whom actually ended up marrying a non-Christian. Which I'm like God only had one requirement, only one. You can pick any Christian you want, just only one requirement, and obviously opposite sex, but one requirement, and then and so that's kind of it's still a point of disobedience among some Christians in the church, unfortunately.